A river of milk suddenly flowed beneath a man's feet. Curious, he lifted his head and traced the stream back to its source. It turned out a duck had accidentally kicked over a jar, causing the milk to spill out. But even a full jar couldn't possibly produce such a vast quantity of milk, and the flow seemed endless. Cautiously, the man picked up the jar and began pouring the milk into an empty bucket nearby. To his amazement, the bucket quickly filled to the brim. So he proceeded to pour the milk into a larger container, effortlessly filling up another huge bucket. However, when he tipped the jar once more, the milk abruptly stopped. It seemed the jar's magic vanished when turned upside down. Surveying the room now flooded with milk, the man realized he had stumbled upon an incredible treasure. Thanks to this enchanted jar, he rapidly rose to become the wealthiest man in town. But his sudden prosperity soon caught the attention of two cunning thieves. One dark and rainy night, the bandits seized their chance and stole the magic jar. As they made their escape, they were spotted, sparking a frenzied chase. Amid the chaos, the jar tumbled into a raging river and was swept away by the currents. Days later, an elderly woman discovered the jar washed up downstream. Believing it to be just an ordinary container, she brought it home to store her grains. To her astonishment, the jar kept refilling itself with an endless supply of food. Intrigued, she experimented by placing coins inside, and within seconds, the money multiplied. To safeguard her secret, the old woman buried the jar underground. She then deposited her newly acquired wealth into the bank. However, the bank manager noticed that while the bills were genuine, they all bore identical serial numbers. Suspecting the elderly woman of counterfeiting, the authorities swiftly arrested her and locked her away in prison. This film is called The Magic Jar, but due to copyright reasons, the story ends here. If you're curious to know more, you'll have to watch the original movie.